If you haven't already, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and while you're at it, click on that little bell too.
Just give me it. Just mother. I just saw Avengers Infinity War. Nothing in my life makes sense anymore. Parents, if your children are watching this video, or dear, if the kids are watching this, mute this. I've come to the conclusion, or at least I'm working on it, that I am going to probably name my review Avengers Infinity War. This movie, I love this movie. This movie, damn, I love this movie. Obviously, I can't give you guys spoilers, and I won't. And I encourage everyone not to go looking for spoilers, because the embargo for this movie has lifted. If you're even watching this on social media, get off social media. Okay. There's so much to process. It is now 9:30 my time. I got done watching this movie about, let's just say, a long time ago. And I'm just now collecting myself to talk to you all, because I need the therapy at this point. You know, I'm just giving y'all my reaction. The review is going to come soon. And just a heads up, I'm going to do 2 reviews. One is going to be an extra spoiler-free review, because I know some of y'all still want to know something, but I can't tell y'all what happens. Matter of fact, I have to censor my reactions to this movie right now, because if I really showed you how I was feeling, that would be a spoiler for y'all, because I know some of y'all know how I get down with some of these Marvel movies, and if I'm really excited or really sad or whatever, so I'm not going to do that. And the second thing is I'm going to do a spoiler review, because there's so much to digest in this movie. It needs it. It needs a spoiler review. But I won't release the spoiler review probably over the weekend, because everyone needs a chance to see this movie with no filters, with no spoil, just nothing. If you want to see people's reactions like this one, that's totally cool, because a reaction is a reaction. You know, you can only take what you can from it. But if we're talking about what this movie is going to do, it's going to have two effects, I think. I think it's going to have two major effects with different people going into this movie. I'm a Marvel fan, as you guys know from my page. And don't worry, leave your comments. I'm gonna come back to your comments. So leave them. I'm just gonna get this thought process out, and then I'll answer all your questions as best I can without spoilers. But, you know, I'm a Marvel fan, obviously. I love comic book movies, period. You know, if you make a good comic book movie, I love it. I think that if you've invested 18 movies, and if you've enjoyed the majority of those Marvel movies, this movie was made for you. Okay? It was made for the people. The director said, hey, you know what? For those of you that have watched all 18 movies, you'll appreciate this the most. And you will. Because we invest a lot, you know, a lot of time. You know, we've invested a lot of tolerance for some boo-boo looking Marvel movies. Thor 1. This movie banks on your individual level of investment going in. So again, if you don't like these movies, if you don't like these characters, if you don't care or whatever, you know, this movie's probably not for you. Like it might not do what the person sitting next to you is, you know, gonna go through. And I got a little confession, and you'll probably hear from like my other film critic colleagues or whatever. I screamed like a teenage little girl at a Taylor Swift concert or Beyonce concert. I screamed at least 3 times during this movie. I don't give a damn what people say. I screamed at this movie. I'm not obviously going to tell y'all when, and I'm not going to tell you why. I have never screamed at a movie in my life. I screamed at this movie. And I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, movie. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, we watching, it's cool. Ah! That was me. Not gonna do spoilers. This is just my reaction for Avengers Infinity War. But let me answer some of these questions since I know we got cut off. How many end credit scenes? Yeah, one. There's only one. Only one end credit scene. Not gonna tell you how it makes you feel, but it's there all the way at the end. Man, that movie was a ride. It was an emotional roller coaster, and there are very few slow moments. There are very few moments where you can really like catch your breath and just be like, oh, okay. Oh, crap. We going on to another fight scene or something. Like it's, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War came in and it was kind of like an Avengers movie anyway, but it just had a lot of characters. This is Captain America Civil War on steroids. Like, it's a lot of characters. As you can tell from the trailers and everything, there are going to be some team ups and stuff, and the dynamics between everybody. Like, that's something, you know, cool to look forward to. I do think there are a couple flaws in this movie. Like, it's not perfect. I don't mistake my excitement for this movie as me thinking this movie was the greatest thing ever. I don't think it's like the #1 best comic book movie ever. I do think that it's, you're either going to like it or love it. I don't think anyone's going to hate it. And if people do hate it, I really have to question, do you like these type of movies anyway? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just the way that I'm looking at the way they made this movie. It feels like they made this movie for fans. You know, I don't know if it's going to have the same type of open appeal that Avengers 1 had, where you could just walk straight off the street and watch Avengers 1 and be like, oh, okay, superheroes are just fighting or whatever, you know. It's definitely a movie that if you've watched all 18 movies and if you've enjoyed most of them, you'll appreciate what they do in this film. But man, and like I said before, I can't even show you guys my true reactions because that'll be a spoiler too. You know, I can't tell y'all when I was happy or when I was sad or when I got really excited or the time that I screamed 3 times like a little girl. Like, I can't, you know, like my voice went a whole nother octave, you know. I think the one thing I could tell y'all is go get your second pair of tickets. I know I want to see it again. I mean, there's too much happening in that movie, I think, that people will be able to fully get in one sitting. It's just that much. It's literally nonstop, back to back to back to back to back. So, Avengers Infinity War, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely stay off social media. Definitely don't talk to nobody else but me. It's cool. You can talk to me, you know, because I don't spoil stuff like that. Like, you want to go in there to really be as fresh, as unknowledgeable as possible. Try not to look at trailers. I always tell y'all that. Don't look at the trailers because you don't need to see all that extra footage. Because there are some nice surprises. There's some funny jokes. But I really think you guys are going to enjoy Avengers Infinity War. Hey, I appreciate that, man. No problem. I see you, Tane. But yeah, definitely try and see it as early as possible. They are going to, the embargo's already lifted, so websites, news sites, people going to be thirsty to ruin this movie for you. And I can tell you right now, going in, knowing what happens is not going to, it's only going to taint your experience, you know, going in. But, yeah, hey, Avengers Infinity War, that was, I got to go get working on this review or reviews, you know, in case that other video got lost. I'll be doing a extra spoiler-free version, and then I just got to do a spoiler version because there's just too much to talk about that happened in this movie. And that spoiler version will probably come out. I'll probably do that I'll release it like Friday or Saturday. I want everybody to have a chance to actually see it because it loses so much if you go in there knowing these spoilers. It's just, I know some people say they don't affect them. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's like saying like, oh, I saw The Sixth Sense and I knew the twist in that movie. Like, it was written to surprise you. If you're not surprised, like, you're taking something away. So yeah, this movie, go as early as possible. Check it out. I don't know if you have to watch every single Marvel movie, but it does help because, like I said, it's that investment that pays off with this movie. They bank on that investment. They're counting on the fact that you know these characters, you know their stories, you know the issues going on with them. They're counting on that. And if you go in there with that level of investment, you'll feel some things. You will feel some things. You're gonna feel a lot of things. Oof. So anyway, that's all. Unless y'all got some other questions or something, I can come back and comment later, but I don't want to make this too long. I don't know. This movie done. It had my heart rate going like for a minute. Like I might go stress eat or something. I don't know. Okay. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Always appreciate y'all chiming in. So peace.